Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebekah J. Samuel and this is the Daily Thoughts of an Aspie. I am back at the beach. Last week I did a video on the beach and sunshine and how it helps depression. Thought I would make a video on the backstory of how the Daily Thoughts of an Aspie came to be and featuring the beach again because it is the best place for me right now. It has helped me with my mood and everything, and so I wanted to come back. And I'm also trying to film this on my G7x Mark II that I have. This is a great camera, just kind of demonstrating it a little bit on the lady gadget side of my channel, but this is a great camera. It's very clear. It is really convenient. I have it on my tripod right now, which I will also link down below in the comments. Let's get right to the video. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how the Daily Thoughts of an Aspie came to be, and this has a lot to do with me being an Aspie and just all of the struggle that we have when it comes to content creation. I started out with having this desire to make a YouTube channel. I really wanted to, and I wanted to share a little bit more about me and my life, but I felt very intimidated by all of these YouTube channels that are already out there that are doing fantastic, getting maybe like, you know, hundreds of thousands views and followers, and I don't know, I just like really felt intimidated by this. And so I thought, okay, maybe the problem is not so much me, but how I think about all of this. So when I was looking into that a little bit more, I realized that my creation, my content creation, and my struggle with content creation is not related to me not having a brain or having a hard time thinking about things, or that I didn't have good things to say. It was that I wasn't able to think about them in the time that it was time to think. Does that make sense? So basically, when I'm having to generate all of this content and then plan it all out like all of the big YouTubers do, I realized I don't have anything going on up here. And why is that a block? Why am I having that mental block every time I try to make a video or think about a video or think of content to create? So I thought I'd try something a little different. And I thought, you know what? What if I were to make a YouTube video or YouTube series on the daily thoughts that I have? Because when I wake up in the morning, from the time I go to bed, I have had like 50 thoughts, like no exaggeration. My brain just goes and goes and goes, but I never really am able to capture what I am thinking in that moment because I haven't had that motivation to, and I haven't had that outlet to capture those things. So as I was thinking about this and trying to figure all of this out and figure out how can I fit and be relevant in this space, I decided, why not start a YouTube channel that talks about my thoughts that I have on a regular basis. And then since this, YouTube channel is kind of geared towards people who wonder about what it's like to be an Aspie, Asperger's, which that's a whole nother video that I have planned to make. I thought, like, what if I were to share that part of my life with people and those thoughts with people, instead of trying to generate that content on my own? Just talk about the things that are my regular everyday. And that seems like such a simple thing, But like, that's not the formula that I was following when I was like going, doing research on this with YouTube and like, how do people come up with their content? People actually were generating their content out of their head, and that just isn't a good fit for me. So I decided to just take a whole different route. And since then, oh my gosh, like I jumped on live for the first time this week on Facebook to actually do a poll from all my followers and just see like, what do people like? What are people asking for, to see if I can make videos that would fit the design of what people are already wondering about me, asking about me, and also things that people would like to know about being an Aspie in general. And so I decided to go that route, and I found about 20 something ideas came out of that video. Some people contacted me and were like, hey, can you make a video about this? And then others like were just like, it would be so great to hear your perspective on these things, and this is real life stuff. So it just fit and it worked and it just made sense. So yeah, that's how this whole video production is coming about. This is just me getting to finally express who I am, and I've been dying to do that because with Aspies, we tend to hide and shell. We tend to think that our life is not that important, and that, really somebody gonna want to know that part of me. That's nothing. But really, that's not true. Like, people really do like to hear about your real life and want to know. And I don't know if you guys, who are autistic watching this ever feel this way, but this whole experiment, I guess you could say, this whole social experiment is showing me that me being autistic has value in being autistic. And, there's something called masking, which maybe I'll talk about that in another video, where we try to mask and we try to become something that imitates someone else. So it's like, oh, well, if I'm going to be a YouTuber, then I need to do it this way, the way they did it. And that's not necessarily true. It has to be your own way. And even if it's like tens of thousands of people are following one way, it doesn't mean that way is going to work for us. So I'm getting a lot more comfortable with saying no to processes and systems that don't work for me that the mainstream might be using. And that's where I'm finding freedom. And it's pretty exciting because, when I'm interacting with people, and right now I'm not live, but when I am live and I'm interacting with people and people are interacting with me, it feels so less one-sided. And I have found that is where my inspiration comes from, when I can actually have a back and forth conversation with somebody. It's pretty groundbreaking to have created this channel and to see how many people are following. If you guys really are wanting to see more and more of these videos, I need the encouragement. I'm going to just put it out there. I need you guys to encourage me, because there could just be one day I'm not feeling good and my mood is all up and down, and I'm just like, I'm done, I quit, I don't want to do this anymore. Because it can really affect me on a deep level. Emotions affect me on a deeper level than your average person. I need that encouragement, and I need that, that motivation to keep going and to keep trying this. So I thank you to the 20-something, people that contacted me and were like, hey, do a video and all of this stuff, because having just those conversations with you guys really helped me understand like what my next video needs to look like. So these videos are going to be only like 10 to 15 minutes, and that's all I'm going to keep them to, so that I don't keep you very long, but I want to try to pack them with as much content without it being overwhelming. That's one of my goals, and it's going to be in different locations, sometimes at my house, sometimes outside. I'm trying to get a lot more sunshine, like I had even given other people advice in my last video, which I'll link up in here so you can see it. I hope hope you guys liked this video. I'm going to show some little shots of this area of Virginia Beach. There's this really cool statue that I saw, and I'm practicing and I'm trying new things. So please be easy on me if you're like, oh, this video absolutely sucks. I'm trying and playing around with like video production and filters and other things. So, and if you guys have any ideas that you would like to see in my next video, I'm just adding to this list. So I would be glad to hear what you have to say. One of my videos that I do want to make is one on getting dressed for the day and how complicated that can be for me, as well as just like shopping for clothes and things and how difficult that is as an Aspie. So that's one of the things that's been just like floating in my head. And then also relationships. Like I got a lot of requests on what is it like to be married to a neurotypical. That can be a whole series of its own of subjects that I can talk about. So if those are things that you guys are interested in. I do want to plug a few things before I jump off this video. I have a group called Divinely Aspired Studio, and it is for creatives that are autistic or Asperger's or special needs, people who have content that they're trying to create or in the process of creating but don't feel super comfortable with, making content and putting it out there into the social world, because honestly the world can be mean and we sometimes put our stuff out there and we get all this like terrible negative feedback, and it's just not helpful to us as we're trying to grow and learn. So Divinely Aspired Studio is a group on Facebook that I started. It's very small right now, but it continues to grow as I get the word out. I will drop that in my ministry and things link. You can go to that link down in the description and it will show everything that I do. I also have a Christian with Asperger's group that I'm an admin of, along with 2 other wonderful people that are autistic, Asperger's, and we have a very loving community for the Christian faith. So if you guys are coming across this through YouTube, organically, wherever, and you want to connect with some Christians that are awesome and loving and supportive, that is an awesome group that I am part of as well. And I'm sure there's other things that I could plug right now that I cannot think of right now. So I will leave this video at that. Would love for you to like, subscribe, and drop in the comments what you would like to see me make videos on. And I am really grateful for you guys. Grateful for all my subscribers that are already subscribing. Please share this video as well with other autistics and people that you know who are struggling in the social world. I would be glad to connect with them. Join, please come along my journey. It's so great to have people that are actually watching these videos, listening, and making it worth the while, because this is not easy to do. This takes time to edit these videos. To film them, it takes a lot of confidence, and thankfully the beach is giving me that confidence right now. I look forward to other lives that I want to do. The G7x Mark camera is not the best for lives. This G7x Mark Camera 3 version, which I probably will have to upgrade to eventually, can do lives over Wi-Fi connection. So I'm gonna stop this video. Great talking to you guys. See you later.